night of primetime boxing. Saturday on Sky Sports Box Office. To order, see Channel 491, press the green button or go to skysports.com/Brookgavin.
This is Guggen Cassis for IFL TV in association with Macklin Gym Marbella. We're at the Royal Britannia final press conference ahead of this Saturday night's O2 show. With me I've got trainer, so loads of different fighters this week. Tony Sims.
Trainer and manager.
And manager. And father. Husband.
Don't say wife.
What was you just talking about? You said every time I interview you, you never see it. What's all that? No. Always. What do you think we hide your interviews from you?
I don't know what you do with them. You probably chuck a bit of trash can. Probably look at them and think that was shit. I'll chuck that away.
Definitely not. Which one of your fighters has got the hardest test?
I think Mitchell and Ryder have both equally got hard tests. Obviously Mitchell's is more at stake because it's for the WBC World Lightweight title. But they're both in 50-50 fights, and Ryder's got an hard fight against Blackwell. Blackwell's ever improving, as he showed in his couple of last performances. He boxed Kamitsky, who's a tough kid, and a lot of people were saying if he went past 6 rounds that Blackwell would have stopped him, and he had an unlucky decision against Max Berzak, who was European champion, and he had him on the floor. So he's improving with his performances. He's young and hungry, and John's in the same position. He's young and hungry as well, and that's a 50-50 fight. John's prepared well for it, and at the same time as well, John's got a lot on the line. He's now ranked number 3 by the WBO, just behind David Lemieux and Billy Joe Saunders. As we know, Lemieux's fighting for the IBF title, which will move John into number 2 position. So, he's on the verge of maybe fighting for a world title. So John's got a lot more to lose than Blackwell. So there's a lot more pressure on John to perform. So, it's a good British title fight, and the sort of British title fight that would top the bill anywhere else. But, he's on the bottom of the card on this bill, and rightly so. So, John's prepared well, and I'm hoping for John to put a good performance in against Blackwell. The Mitchell fight, Linares fight, is like another 50-50 fight. It's a fantastic fight, 3-weight world champion, Linares, WBC champion, and I remember when he won the featherweight title, people were saying like he's the next coming of Oscar De La Hoya. He's a great fighter, and I remember having fighters in my stable at that time, sitting them down and saying, study this Linares, like he does everything right, his feet are good, he's got quick hands, he slips and slides good, he's a great fighter. And he's put in a couple of bad performances, the same as Kevin along the way. He's had a couple of slip-ups, but you don't know what that was down to, whether it was weight or maybe he wasn't living the life outside the ring. But on the other side of the coin, you got Kevin Mitchell, who's who's in the last 2 years have been with me. He's like dedicated himself to the sport of boxing, and deserves his chance at the WBC title.
Coming on to Anthony Joshua's fight with Kevin Johnson. If Anthony doesn't stop Kevin Johnson, what will that tell us about Anthony Joshua, or will it tell us anything at all?
Well, that's whatever's on everyone's lips. It's not whether AJ will beat Kevin Johnson, it's whether he'll stop him or knock him out, and that's what everyone's talking about, because if Joshua stops Johnson, he'll send a massive wave for heavyweight boxing. Everyone knows that Johnson's gone the distance with Klitschko, with Fury and Chisora. So if Joshua knocks him out, it'll send a massive wave through boxing. And Johnson's talking a great fight. He seems confident in himself. Does he really believe that he can beat Anthony Joshua? I don't think so. I believe that Joshua will be the first man to stop Kevin Johnson, because I believe that Joshua will go on to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world and a great fighter from these shores.
All right, well listen Tony, best of luck to all your fighters this weekend. Like I said, let's hope you get a new world champion in the elite matchroom boxing stable.
Hope so, yeah.
And best of luck. Look out for this interview, it's definitely going out.
Thank you, Guggen. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Night of primetime boxing. Saturday on Sky Sports Box Office. To order, see Channel 491, press the green button or go to skysports.com/Brookgavin.